Hello everybody, my name's Ardendrous, and welcome back to Sunless Sea. Episode 32, I think. This series is going to go on quite a bit longer than I wanted it to. But hey, I guess that's okay. So last time we ended off here in Avid Horizon, after some missions that I can't actually show any evidence of now, with what was kind of an Eldritch reverse soul-stealing Santa Claus. And if that makes no sense, welcome to the game. So yeah, we were transporting around a little guy in a red suit. And if we didn't bring deliveries to Khan's Heart, where we nearly got into trouble, or we actually avoided it pretty well this time, but Khan's Heart isn't really the best place for us. We also had another mission to go to Khan's Heart from the Blind Bruiser that we also accomplished while here, and we brought unstamped souls back to Fallen London. But anyways, we delivered hunger to the Khan's Heart, like unending hunger that people were eating everything, and that was all good. Then we had to deliver, what was it, a small jewel bird to either someone on Mudden Island, which we can't go to right now because that place was sort of quarantined off due to cannibal problems, or someone on the Isle of Cats. So, after stopping at Mudden Island and realizing that we couldn't do it, we traveled down to the Isle of Cats, and in return for giving this small jewel bird to the to the Pirate King, we got a vial of red honey, which we sold for like 625 Echo up here in Gatorsmorn. As we traveled up to Abbott Horizon to drop off our last package for the Mr. Sachs, as he was called, and delivered, like, I think it was like eyes and a lock of hair or something like that. Not eyes, teeth and then a lock of hair, and then gave some fake blood that someone broke onto our ship to give us, and it created like this weird gargoyle thing that I think was supposed to open up the gate but didn't. Which I think is probably a good thing for the entirety of the Unterzee. Yeah. That about covers what happened last time, I think. This time, we already did like the port reports here at Avid Horizon. This time, though, we're finally getting back into our main story of missions, because we're incredibly close to Mount Palmerston, and we can finally pick up our first, like, 100%, or I guess not the first, but another, like, 100% vital officer for the stories. So, I'll bring us back over in Mount Palmerston. We're back here in Mount Palmerston, and as I was approaching, like, this, if you listen to this music for a second, no idea why this music started coming up, why this music started playing. It was like some giant monster was going to come at us, but I didn't see any evidence of that being so. But anyways, we're here at Mount Palmerston. Might as well pick up the port report before we do anything else. We could give up some supplies and hopefully get something good. But here we are. Engage an officer. The merciless modest. Ah, yes, you will do nicely. I need a ship, dear heart, and I rather flatter myself that you need me. The merciless modest is a first officer who increases iron, veils, and hearts. Welcome aboard. The modest neither packs lightly nor suffers fools gladly. One solitary scratch on my steamer trunks from you sniveling little homunculi, and I take the whole blessed lot of you apart at the seams. She turns back, her lips curled into a smile. As I was saying, Captain, you really must try to take the waters here before our cruise. Most invigorating brimstone. Appoint your new officer by dragging her from the officer's tab to her slot at the top of the screen. Do this in port, not at sea, or you may unsettle your crew. She has no difficulties with blood, but she very much dislikes bloodstains. +8 iron, +3 veils, +1 heart. we basically give up 6 mirrors for 8 iron and a heart, which is like really nice. So for the meantime, we're going to do that. Dress to kill in her own unique fashion. Invite her to the Modest to dinner, but we would need Solace Fruit for that. Challenge the Modest to her favorite game. Knife and Candle. In London, a spirited little challenge of murder, sedition, and subterfuge. At Z, the stakes are higher. The ferryman's grip is tighter here. This will let you wager a secret for a risky chance to boost your veils, up to 125. You may also have other reasons to fight the Modest. 22% chance to increase veils. That's not great. We're not doing this yet. For 2 reasons. 1, we'll probably fail. 2, actually I guess I have 3 reasons. 2, I used a lot of our secrets last time to boost stats. Turns out we're going to need quite a few secrets for what's to come. So I hope the 10's still okay. 3. What was my first one? Was my first that we were going to fail, so therefore the third one is that she's like a really good officer. So we're not going to do this yet. Because if we happen to win at this challenge, we'll get 2 options. 1, help the Modest up. They'll continue being an officer. Or 2, take what is rightfully yours. Steal the Modest's heart. I'm not sure if that's exactly how the thing is worded, but I do know that those are what we get. And the Merciless Modest is, according to the game, a legend. Therefore, it will, her heart will fulfill... Why is it all the way down at the bottom? Yes. A legend's heart for the Fathom King. There's also another thing that we could do with this, and I might also hold on for that one. In the first officer's story, there is perhaps a different heart we could acquire, if what I read is correct. I think it's probably near the end of her storyline, you get a choice between siding with the Merciless Modest or the Pirate Poet, because apparently they have like a shared history of sorts, and perhaps it's not the best partings. But anyways, somewhere's in the mission you get a choice between the 2. And then you'll either acquire, depending on your choice, the Merciless Modest heart or the Pirate Poet's heart. I'm not sure which way we're going to go with it. I'm assuming if you get the Pirate Poet's heart, you'll no longer get like a chances to fight them out at sea. But that's something to keep in mind. Anyways, while we're here, let's explore the island. A vista. A Z opens out beneath a high cliff. The views from above. We've seen this one before. We did your sweetheart last time. Yeah, it's like, there's like a nice view we were looking out. And what do we think of? Your sweetheart, I think that would lower like terror by like 30 or something. Your future, from up here, your future looks glorious, if not exactly bright. I have no idea what that will do. Your past as a soldier. This will probably increase iron. No, let's do your sweethearts. You're pretty high on terror right now. 10 terror, that's nice. And that's all we can do here. Cheap fuel here is like really cheap, so... If we had one more cargo slot, I'd consider picking up the Devil's Bone dice, like selling them back in London, because the whatever he's called, gave us another mission to do so. The Venturer's Venture. But anyways, sure, let's spend 2 supplies to dig among the ruins. We gain an outlandish artifact, a memory of distant shores, and 10 terror. You now have 3 lamentable relics. Okay. I'm not going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I suppose we'll pick up 1 more supply just to fill it back out. Okay, so whenever we return to Fallen London, we'll make some cash. We're not going all the way back there just yet. We are actually going to continue eastward to Irem and see if we can't get one of the story things we need there done. Because we do have the coffee beans we need to enter. So, I'll bring us back in Irem. We're back as we pull back into Irem. As we pull into Irem. Really, as we pull into port. Bring out the nets. Well then, let's catch it. I think we used up a fuel on the way here. No. Is that you fed your crew? I think it might be. Succeeded. Caught a strange catch for a terror. That's nice. I ended up spinning around, like, down here for a few seconds, just waiting until something awaits us and port pops up, just to make it known. And I also don't think I ever mentioned in this episode that we actually upgraded our engine last time. Yep. We now have the Odysseia. Basically double the engine power. At any rate, Irem, the Pillared City. We've been here once before, but we couldn't enter. Irem, the Pillared City. She will rise from the sea in the ice like dawn. She will be garlanded with red and decked with gold. The Serpent will watch you longingly from its high pedestal. You will always arrive as a stranger, but when you leave, some part of you will always remain. Compile a port report. Might as well just do that. A conundrum. When you will sit down to write the report, you will recall that it was written already. Who wrote it? The report records that it was already written when it was found. Who found it? The report describes another report, which will indicate the name of the finder. Where is the other report? There is a footnote which describes when you will record its location. When will that be? When all is well and all manner of thing is well. Still no idea what that even means. Trade a lamentable relic for 2 moves in the Great Gain, but that takes something away to import, so we're not going to be doing that. Unlocked with another day, time the healer 50. Don't think I've seen that one before. Cure an obsession not yet acquired. The clattery heir will notice a riddle fisher in danger of developing an unhealthy obsession. Preventative medicine. The heir will cut out something that is not there yet. She will come away with a sample jar of pickling brine. The specimen will grow there later, slowly, layers of tissue gradually forming a missing kidney. The riddle fisher, cured in advance, will suffer no ill effects, except occasional lassitude and lack of purpose. You now have clattery treatment Irem and another clattery souvenir. I have no idea if we're actually going to get to see the ending of that story, but it's slowly getting there. Oh yeah, I should probably mention, I was looking at like the map reference a little bit ago, and I realized there are actually only like 2 islands we haven't been to. Those being Polythreme, which we might have gone to, but I don't remember it's if we did. Like, maybe it was like one of those islands where we didn't get much story done there. And the Hand Empire, I think is what it's called. The Empire of Hands, or something like that. Which is somewhere on the Eastern Wall, and we might want to go looking for that eventually. Just to see all the islands. But anyways, the House of the Amber Sky. Rest, traveler. Our waters are warm, our cushions are petal soft. Lay your head here, you'll be healed. Or better yet, you'll be renewed. Remaining coffee? Yes, please. Close your eyes. The House of the Amber Sky is a roofless space beneath the false stars of the Neath. rich with the scent of Irem roses. Despite the ice, it's warm as a desert evening. You will arrange yourself on the cushions, close your eyes, just for a moment. The mirror catches. Beneath the skin of dreams, behind the faces of mirrors, an orange sun sails in a fervid sky. Here are the borderlands of that place, close by Irem, and closest still to the house of the amber sky. And here you are, in another place. The sun is warm on your uncovered head. Rest, recover, dream. The jungle around you is rich with violently colored fruits, buzzing with insects and unseen life. There's the sound of running water too. Follow it. Rare fruit. Here in the mirror marches, those who are wounded can sometimes find solace, or so the story has it. Rarest fruit. In the farthest south, in the arms of the god called Stone, a garden blooms. In the ages past, birds stole the seeds from the garden. One bird hid here in the mirror marches. Perhaps you know the story. Unlocked with a searing enigma. We'll get back to this in a second. Or bargain for a pear box. Yes, the serpent says dreamily. I go to meet the skin of the sun. I will die. The space I leave will remain in this box. I am dead here, and I do not live in the world. You live in the world, and you are not dead here. It's impossible, but it will protect your kingdom from the worst of the sunlight until you die. His tongue flickers. But I must drink your future first. I will not die thirsty. This will halve all your skills, which must be at least 100. It will, however, give you an item which will allow you to colonize Asteville. Too bad none of our stats are above 100, but that would be pretty cool. But anyways, cool story bits aside, let's get back to this, the rarest fruits. I can't actually go back to the journal to take a look at our actual mission for this. But, if you remember, one of the missions for the Fathom King is a fruit from an eternal tree. Cost 1 searing enigma. The eternal tree. This is the apple tree which will never die. Should the forest fail and the river run to ash, still it will stand proudly. Take only 1 apple. Serpents are sleeping. You now have 1 Hesperidian apple. These not grow on or under the world. You lost a searing enigma. Finally, I get to cross another thing off of our list, and we are 1 step closer to winning the game. The 2 easiest missions down. And I think that's probably all we can do here. Yeah, it looks like it. I'm just taking a quick look at my at my list. It looks like Okay, I thought I had something else on my list about Irem. Oh yes, here it is. We'll need to return here eventually, but we need to pick up another officer before we can do that. There's an officer that we keep trying to get whenever we return to London, but we just haven't gotten them yet, and part of their mission requires Irem. But for now, that's all we need here, and we've finally making progress. Technically, this is just a matter of chance. We could get the heart at any point, assuming we just win basically 1 in 4 shot, although technically closer to 1 in 5. But whenever we want, we can get the heart, and we already have the apple for the eternal fruit. Yep, The picture for the fruit of the eternal tree is literally just the same apple we just picked up. Right-click to use this item. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Vial of highly questionable blood. Oh yeah, that was something to do with Santa Claus, or Eldritch Santa Claus. So, for now, that's all we have to do here in Irem. And I'm thinking about where we're going next. You know what? Oops. We're already out here. I think we're gonna go down this wall and see if we can't find the Empire of Hands. One of the last two islands that we need to actually locate. Like Polythreme, which is the other one, I'm not even sure. We might have seen it already, I don't remember, and just not gotten like a lot of story there. Polythreme is 100% right here. The Empire of Hands is either here or here. Wait, yeah. Like, looking at the map, this is just like a bunch of like small like rocky outcroppings or little islands. That same thing here. This is Polythreme. Then there's the Shellonates and the Empire of Hands. Those are going to be the last two islands on this wall. So, we're going to sail down to this one. If it's the Empire of Hands, it's good. We'll go through the storyline there. I might just, like, stop and, like, check in, like, oh yeah, this was the Shellonate, if it is. Then we'll explore we'll go to Polythreme after that. Before, I guess, making our way back to Fallen London? Although we do need some stuff up here, too. We're going to explore, like, this little region right here, and then we'll start heading back towards the Western Mall. So, I'll be right back. Okay. Slight detour from what I was going to do. I, like, left the port, and it was like, hold on a second, I didn't take a look at the shops here. And I'm glad I came back to, because this is quite the selection of stuff. We can pick up, like, bales of parabolic linens, or secrets, or lots of parabolic linen. For things like the Mountain Sherd, or the Phantasmal Encounter 1890 blank. Or if we had coffee beans, we could just get parabolic linen from them, which is kind of cool. And there's like a whole bunch of other stuff, like long boxes, mirror catch boxes, parabolic linen. And in this one, you can like sell captivating treasures for like 50 fuel, which we will never be doing because we're never going to get a ship big enough for that at this point. Besides just the basic buying and sell, or you can't even sell them for stuff here, but you can buy fuel, strange catches, and supplies. Then there's this. You can buy and sell stories for other stories. Like, for 2 Memories of Distant Shores, we could pick up a Tale of Terror, or for 2 Visions of the Surface, we could pick up a Memory of Distant Shores, or 2 Z stories equals a Vision of the Surface, or 2 Tales of Terror for a Z story. And I think we're actually going to pick up a couple more Z stories. We're going to go up to 10, because we haven't really used Tales of Terror, but Z stories are kind of useful. Like, we need the Z stories a lot for even entering the Fathom King. There just hasn't been a good purpose for Tales of Terror yet, so we're just going to basically trade in a few of those. But anyways, now on to the Hand of Empires, the Empire of Hands, hopefully. Okay, we're back. I sent out the ZVAT, and I got a pop-up saying the Empire of Hands is some distance to the south. And then the next pop-up was, we approach the Empire of Hands. Let us clasp our souls tight, lest the Pentecost apes take them from us. Interesting, we're dealing with soul-stealing apes then? Okay. And then there's whatever just glowing over here that's kind of worrying me a little bit. Oh yeah, that's worrying me for a good reason. I thought that might be what that was. Just going to avoid that. Avoid running into anything. You stay up there. I don't think we're ever going to be strong enough to beat something like that. These look like little huts here and there. Here's a port. Just as something awaits when port pops up. That's pretty good. Dock up. A stern reminder from the Admiralty. In the name and by the power of her enduring majesty, a trade embargo and quarantine in absolute perpetuity has hereby been declared on the Empire of Hands. No ship of London is to permit aboard a Pentecost ape without express and prior permission of the Admiralty. Any and all acts of spurifage are prohibited. I don't even know what that means. 3. They know what they did. Beware of stowaways. Keep a tight grip on your soul. Excerpt from Standard Naval Regulations, Volume 4. The flea-ridden mare. What are these? We'll get to that in a second. The flea-ridden mare. With the regulations in mind, it is a surprise to be greeted by a mere itchy monkey in a tattered yellow robe, barely walking with the help of a ceremonial staff. An official greeting. "Hello!" cries the mayor in the broken voice of one not yet used to human speech. "Come, make selves at home. All souls are welcome in bountiful Empire of Hands." The crew shifts uncomfortably. They know the stories. It will take more than the natural beauty of this place to make most of them risk shore leave here. An occurrence. Your Empire of Hands monkey business. Quality is now on. Of course it's called monkey business. Okay, we got Port Stanton or the Sailing the Empire of Hands. I guess we'll do Port Stanton first. Soul-hungry monkeys reluctantly tend this trading post, waiting for an opportunity to escape. Soul-hungry monkeys, bloated fleas hop from ape to man and man to ape, gorging themselves without a care for which is which. Shore leave. The parasynthetic jungle holds many dangers. Step carefully, there is no authority beyond the fence. An audience with the flea-ridden mayor. He's not busy, no appointments are required. Prepare a comprehensive port report. You have reason to brave the waters this far east, especially with the trade embargo. The Admiralty will pay especially well for up-to-date intelligence. You're going to need Sovereign Island explored, Heartshake Island explored, and Fountainhead Island explored, and Ash Isthmus. I've seen that word before. I still have no idea how to pronounce it because there are just too many consonants together there. Alright, Zeppelin. Intense work is underway across the bridge. Unlocked with Empire of Hands monkey business no more than 29. Unlocked with Empire of Hands monkey business no more than 19. We're going to hold off on shore leave for now. But let's speak with the mayor. King of an empty castle. The flea-ridden mayor scratches himself on a chair made of crates, surrounded by boxes of long-rotting trade goods. As a 5-souled ape, he would be able to petition for membership of court. For now, the trade embargo has left him trapped on the island, on the outside, a 3-souled overseer with no talent for order. In better times, being overseer of Port Stanton gave the incumbent their pick of visitors to the Empire. Now it is as thankless a task as any to be found underneath. Sell your soul to the mayor. He doesn't have much to offer, but if you aren't using it... Okay. That must be what spirifage is. You're selling souls. Okay. The mayor will pay you 200 echoes for your soul. That all a soul's worth? Okay. Acquire fresh supplies. Oddly little of the Empire of Hands natural bounty is edible. The monkeys will help you find the edible stuff for a fee. Acquire emergency fuel. Fuel? Got fuel. The flea-ridden mayor nods quickly. Not cheap, not free. Can be arranged. London money okay. Put on table. Look on docks. Yes? Or spearfish just trade in general, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna hold off on doing any of that stuff. We don't need fuel or supplies right now. Well, I guess we did use a couple, but it's not super major right now. All we could do here was shore leave the Zeppelin. Intense work is underway across the bridge. Turned away. 2 monkey guards wielding rifles and rusty bayonets block the bridge. This is not for your eyes, outsider. Avert them. Walk away. Walk faster. Good human. Okay then. Alright, let's do shore leave now. The person thinks there's no authority on it. I already read that. A hunting party. Monkey soldiers scour the jungle for fresh meat. The Empire has little of it, but the unsold monkeys are considered fair prey by their civilized and sold betters. So too are any humans who might disappear without too much trouble. Once back at court, both will be served up and heralded the finest venison, veal, chicken, and pork for a court that knows what it is supposed to like, but not what it actually tastes like. You hide in bushes until the hunting party is gone, and slip away undetected in the other direction. 20 fragments for barely avoiding getting eaten. Poke around the shore. The parasynthic jettle holds many dangers. Step careful. Oh, yeah, we already read that. An aborted journey. The path through the jungle soon becomes dark and treacherous. The predatory eyes of desperate monkeys staring from behind every bush and tree. Exploring this island, we'll have to wait for a more auspicious day. Okay, so nothing really going on there. Can't do anything with the Zeppelin. And there's a couple things with the mayor we don't quite care about right now, so let's go to the Sailing the Empire fans. Communal wooden boats offer free passage to all travelers willing to row between islands. A scouting trip, Sovereign Island. A scouting trip, the Ash Isthmus. Scouting trip, Fountainhead Island, or Heartsake Island. Let's go to Sovereign Islands first, I suppose. Just go in order. A wooden palace stretches across the whole island. Passage to it lit by a field of tiny glim buoys. Ugh. The heart of the Empire. Many boats circle the islands, all keeping their distance. The one that gets closest is an extended rowboat painted in yellows, whites, and reds. 4 servant monkeys strain at the oars, while its true passenger sits in comfort behind a gauze curtain. Just for a moment an eye catches yours, but only for a moment. It would not do for a high-souled ape. It would not do for a high-souled ape to see something so beneath its notice. Sovereign Island. Today, the sprawling palace is called the Wild-Wheeled Court. Tomorrow, who knows? The world of the Pentecost apes is one of cruel whimsy, where stolen traditions last only as long as their amusement. Okay, so these are like sentient monkeys, but still very much monkeys. Good to know. We don't have a gift for the Monkey Emperor, so that's not going to happen yet. The gates are guarded by 2 armored monkeys that would look adorable if not for the blood on their bayonets. Humans are not welcome without an invitation, or a worthy gift for the Emperor. Ugh. Back to the boat, then. There's more sailing to be done. The guards stare as you row away. It will take some effort to ingratiate yourself here. Perhaps you could find something on one of the other islands. Okay. Scouting trip, the Ash Isthmus. Neither man nor ape claims this volcanic remnant between the islands. Haunted, they say. Ridiculous. Of apes and monkeys. The trip offers little time to think on the penties. Technically, they are monkeys rather than apes, but it is not tactful to remind them of this. To their high-souled faces, the accepted name is Pentecost apes. In private, though, I'm assuming I may know what that was. Let's go with bossy. Let's go with the bossy monkeys. Is about as common. It is, one might say, an ad hominoid insult. Okay then. Enter the forest or return to the boat. Black beaches give way to an oasis of gently glowing trees and the scent of rotting flowers. Enter the forest. Your synthetic vegetation thrives in the Empire of Hands, fertile soil and cool humidity. Into the woods. Not a good movie. Wide natural paths run between clumps of trees, softly lit by a dim green glow and the occasional glimmer of false stars through the canopy. Only the cracking of leaves and the soothing sounds of water break the serenity of this volcano-forged paradise. And for supplies, relax in a hot spring, or return to the boats. I feel like... locked with no more than 25 supplies. I feel like this could go poorly, like we'll pick up like poisonous berries or something like that, and just like several crew members will die or something like that, so let's not do that. We'll just relax in a hot spring. I think our terror is pretty high. Steam and a hint of sulfur gently rise from a secluded, natural pool flanked by trees and mushrooms. A moment for yourself. You slip out of your itchy clothes and into the welcoming caress of hot, deep water. The salts and sweats of sailing life melt away as you simply float, bare and free. Above, false stars glimmer bright enough to be worth wishing on. All around, the glow of trees cast ambient calm on the silent place. How long has it been since you had a moment like this? Since London? Longer? A thought for your lover. A thought for your child. A thought for your past. A thought for the future. A thought for the east. A thought for the Z. No thoughts. Not right now. Let's go with thought for your child, I suppose? One day, will you bring them here, to this place? Or will it be you hearing tales of adventures in impossible lands? Your legacy to the world, come that may. Your story is yet to be written. Perhaps the Z beckons them as it did you. Perhaps it does not. Salt cannot run in everyone's veins. Will they be the toast of the singing mandrake? Run with the scoundrels of the flit? You cannot be as much of their life as they may or may not wish you to be. But that doesn't mean they... Wait, what was that? Sounded like giggling? Cut. A tiny blonde girl perches, watching on a rock. Her innocent grin is spiced with mischievous glee. Interesting. She moves like a monkey. But she giggles like an imp. At the look on her face at being caught bathed... But she giggles like an imp at the look on your face at being caught bathing in her hot spring, and the one that floods onto it as she scoops up your clothes. Okay, at least she's kind of cute. A monkey foundling. Shipwrecked as a baby, raised by the Emperor of Hands, she now plays between the worlds of apes and men, neither quite one nor entirely of the other. Demand that you put those down. At once you shout, or there will be trouble. Unlocked with no more than 0 monkey founding. Unlocked with Empire of Hands, quest for dignity no more than 0. Are we like yelling at a child hoping it's gonna say just give up the clothes? That's probably not gonna happen. Or like swimming at them desperately, which also isn't gonna happen. Let's go with a desperate swim, I guess. Curse these relaxed limbs. The monkey foundling makes things interesting. She waits, grinning innocently, until you emerge from the hot spring with nothing but your strategically placed hands for modesty. Before you can get close enough, though, she bolts from her crouched position and into the forest on all fours, a scampering run that turns every rock and fallen tree into a springboard. Rest of her dignity quality is now 1. Chase the monkey foundling? Darn it, you cannot return to the crew like this. Fie upon them, let them stare. Let their tongues volunteer them for a whipping. Chase the monkey foundling into the forest. The branches scrape against your skin, the damp mud squeegees between your toes. There's no sign of the monkey foundling, but her tracks are easily followed. A forest clearing. The footsteps lead here. she has not even attempted to hide them. It is as if she wants you to follow. Enough of this nonsense. Let the crew do their worst. You're done here. I think now might be a good time to drop in a save. Because I could totally see a little imp just tossing us into a volcanic pit or something. Because this is a volcano we're on. We're going to keep chasing. Ouch! Sorry. Your hand slaps to your stinging buttock. The little stone lands in the dirt as a familiar giggle comes from above. You'd like to see the monkey foundling dangling upside down from a branch by her legs, a blowpipe in hand and bag just out of your reach. Tantalizingly so. Taking a deep breath, you politely, very politely, request that you return your darn clothes now. The monkey foundling listens and gives it some thought, tapping her blowpipe against her lips as she decides. Hey, please! She grins. Please. Pretty, please? Pretty please. Throw a rock. Or enough. Pretty please with an imaginary cherry on top if she likes. Pretty please. She adds, stifling a giggle. Pretty, please. It's freezing. How much longer? Pretty, please. Pretty, please. Your anguished plea echoes through the trees. A gift from the monkey foundling. You appear to have pretty pleased her, and she decides you deserve a reward. She fishes in your bag and generously throws you a sock. A single, solitary sock. She learns a few new swear words as she races off across the branches, near doubled up with laughter. Pursue, that's not great chances, but okay. A trap. Your feet step into the coiled rope just as the monkey foundling cuts loose to counterweight, and you feel yourself flying upside down into the trees. Of course she has traps. The wider empire has no shortage of would-be invaders, man and monkey alike. She sits back and enjoys the show as you flail around trying to get free, before apparently taking pity on you. Pity, however, turns out to be casually and without warning, cutting through the rope, dangling you in the air, and sending you falling back with a surprised thump to the muddy forest floor. It knocks the air out of your lungs, but you are otherwise unharmed. She pauses for a moment to make sure, before her grin spreads back again and she races off to continue the game. Are we just gonna keep going for a while? Okay. The chase continues. The monkey foundling slides down a vine in front of you. She sticks out her tongue and scampers through a break in the trees. A marsh of terrible stench. It is a place that skunks would think twice of entering, if the Empire of Hands had such creatures. Monkey foundling, of course, is unconcerned, as much at home here as high in the branches or running the forest paths. She almost dances effortlessly across a thin, fallen tree that crosses the mire. Surrounded by the foulest, bubbling mud that has ever invaded your nostrils, she balances in the mud, daring you to try to follow. She wants to play, you'll play. Or give her a taste of her own medicine. I think it's time to try out sending in return. Ranks, you'll show her how they're done. Unlocked with 60 iron. Good thing we have 66. You kick the tree as hard as you can. The monkey foundling's eyes widen in surprise as her balance slips. She fights to recover, but her bare feet slip on the trunk and she falls. Falls with a cut-off scream as she disappears into the foul marsh slime. For a moment, there is only silence and a few fading ripples, but then she explodes out. First, gasping for air, and then laughing and laughing as she splashes the shore in a noxious splatter of brown and green. She turns and salutes you, white teeth shining under all the muck. This time she beckons before she scampers into the woods, leaving a stinky trail in her wake. Whatever game this was, you suspect you just won. Nice, all we had to do was literally kick a tree down? Okay. A small hut in the middle of the forest. Is this where the monkey foundling lives? Why would she lead you here, of all places? Playmate of the monkey foundling. The monkey foundling herself is nowhere to be seen, but she has left you something. It sits outside the hut, carefully placed by a large, happy face drawn in the black sand. A little prize for being such a good sport. Her clothes, however, are nowhere to be seen. Of course, as the monkey part of her would no doubt demand, where would the fun be in that? Return to the ship. Well, there's no avoiding this any longer. An out-of-uniform experience. The crew reacts with the expected amount of sympathy to your naked return, which is to say, exactly none. By the time you board the ship, every last crew member is on hand to see and cheer, with more than a couple letting off flares as impromptu fireworks. It is many, many, many days before the needling ceases and you are able to give an order without first scouring it for innuendo. On the plus side, it does boost at least the rest of the ship's mood while it lasts, and you have a new treasure for your collection. You've had worse days. Hey, moral going up at our expense is something I'm fine with. And with that, we've been at this a while. It seems like this might take a while more. So I think this is probably a pretty good place to end it off for now, and we'll finish up here at the Empire of Hands next time. Then probably head over to Polythreme, and then over to the Western Wall. This time, though, we got some good stuff. We got some good stuff done. Not much new on the map, or really just not much to look at here on the map. But we did acquire one of the other items we need for our Father's Missing Bones mission. So that's another of our 6 missions done. So now we need 4 more. We pick up the Merciless Modest, who at any point we could challenge them. And if we win this 22% at any point, we can just get the heart, which will also give us our 3rd one. So it'll be up to half of what we need. Which will leave just... what was it? That will leave the Modern Marvel, which is an engine that we need to go through quite a bit of storyline for. But we'll be able to get it done as soon as we pick up the right crew member. Then we need willing participants to stay there, which is either we need to finish the storyline for either the Nacreous Outcast or the Vanderbites cook, who I don't remember, bandaged cook from Vanderbite. We need one of them to finish up their storyline. And then we either need to finish the Port Cecil chess quest or the colors for the first curator. So basically Port Cecil and Vanderbite are our last 2 places. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching as we slowly inch closer episode by episode towards our proper ending. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care everyone.